Oh, hello. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you very much for being here. Welcome to this launching event for the Global South Futures community. We're very happy that you are here. My name is Mauricio Hernandez. I am from Mexico, and I'll be one of your hosts today. So let me please introduce you my friend and colleague, Lin Lin. Hi, Lin.
Hi, this is Ling Ling from China. It's also with my great pleasure and excitement to welcome each and every one of you to join us and celebrate the launch of our Global South Futures community with us. So the Global South Futures community envisions a world where nature, linguistics, the spiritual, and the geographic diversities are seen as the strengths, enabling a plurality of futures to flourish.
We aim to create an inclusive and diverse global futures discourse where Global South's voices, perspectives, and wisdom are equally recognized, valued, and integrated into shaping all of our collective futures.
So as a master of the ceremony, we are very honored to guide you through the momentum's occasion. Through our times together, we will have welcoming message, keynote speech, and a congratulatory message from our co-founders as well as dear friends all over the world. And meanwhile, we will also have breakout rooms to meet new friends, have some conversations, and exchange your ideas. So without further ado, let's commence this inaugural event with excitement, curiosity, and a shared sense of purpose.
That's right, Lynn. So just to begin, let me introduce to you Sherman Cruz, co-founder of the Global South Futures community. He will give you a welcome message.
Thank you, Mauricio. Thank you, Lynn. Magandang gabi sa ating lahat. Good evening from Manila. So as you've seen in the video, the Global South Futures community's mission is clear and compelling. We aim to democratize and decolonize the field of foresight. So we've been having several weeks of conversation about this, about if we're going to do this and create a Global South Futures community. Well, what do we aim to do? So through our conversation, we were able to gain some clarity. And the clarity was that we aim to put more accent, amplify on the deep knowledge, rich narratives, and innovative methodologies from the Global South. Ours is not just an inclusion. We hope to transform future making itself by fostering a collaborative network of Global South Futures and Foresight practitioners that stands for decolonization, equity, justice, and sustainability. We hope to see that the vital dialogues and spaces that we currently have today and in the immediate future recognizes that language, our languages, our community's context, and indigenous knowledge become foundational to what we do as futurists and foresight practitioners, including, of course, its processes and the impact that we wish to make and create. So imagine a future where every nuance of nature, language, geography, ancestry, spirit, community, and nation informs the flourishing of heterogeneous futures. The Global South Futures community envisions a future where the wisdom of the Global South is not just heard, but are fundamental in shaping and doing our collective futures. Our aim is ambitious. We seek to challenge and decolonize global narratives. We aim to build a robust network of foresight practitioners, scholars, and communities within the Global South to communicate, exchange ideas, learn, and collaborate. We aim to create platforms that highlights and share stories from diverse regions of the Global South and publish them and distribute them. We aim to advocate for cultural and methodological heterogeneity, from metaphysical to scientific to the artistic and the indigenous. We hope to approach a future making as diverse as the cultures and ancestries we represent. We believe that language shouldn't be a barrier to expressing our visions of the future. We hope to share our insights and participate in policy and practice And last but not the least, we hope to educate and empower by providing platforms that contributes to existing global efforts to learn and apply foresight in the global south and the communities and local contexts that we wish to collaborate and serve. Let's build our future where the wisdom of the global south lights our shared aspiration, lights the way for us. That is the purpose and the reason why the Global South Futures Community was co-founded. Magandang gabi sa ating lahat.
Thank you, Sherman, for the welcoming message. It's very inspiring. So now let's invite Gabriela Ramas, Assistant Director General for Social and Human Science of UNESCO, to give us keynote speech. Since she's not able to join us in person today, so let's watch the recorded video together.
Dear colleagues, first and foremost, congratulations on the establishment of the Global South Futures Community. I'm delighted to be able to participate in this inauguration. The mission you have fostered for this group to have a just, equitable, decolonized, and diverse approach to future making resonates strongly with UNESCO's social and human science mission to build inclusive and sustainable economies and societies. We need all the tools we can, all the intellectual endeavors we can, to really understand better the complexity of the world, to anticipate what is coming in the future, and to be better prepared to take the best decision. Because in a world marked by structural inequality and facing crisis after crisis, we know that we need to think out of the box. We need to innovate our ways of working and to advance this participatory policy making that ensures that groups that usually are not heard, like indigenous or marginalized communities, can come with their own ideas and with their own contributions. This will also help us to challenge dominant narratives, leveraging interdisciplinarity and actually really listening to the Global South. At UNESCO, we see this as a critical in building a future that is sustainable and inclusive for everyone. And to create communities that can collaborate, that can exchange knowledge, that can advance the capacity building, acquiring the skills, providing trainings, and develop resources that can enrich the research policy nexus, which is core to the mandate that we have at UNESCO as a science institution, but that is also core to the work that UNESCO chairs perform. And that's why I'm very pleased to see that our UNESCO chair on anticipatory governance and regenerative cities at Northwestern University in the Philippines is playing such an important role in this newly established community. You know that at UNESCO, in terms of futures thinkings, or futures literacy, we champion a capability-based approach to the future, one that is not in the exchanges, but that we have in our own self, to question the reality as we have it, to question the solution as we think of them, and to look for real support systems that go beyond the traditional undertakings. In taking a dynamic and pluralistic approach, we can harness our collective intelligence and thus better plan and prepare, better navigate uncertainty and complexity and actually understand it, and actually chart a transformative action in the present. And we know we have all different perspectives. And many times that brings more conflict and problems, but the reality is that we look at this as enhancing the diversity. When preparing, planning, and acting for the future, we come to realize the benefit of opening up, and actually to our collective commitment to democratizing the future. UNESCO and the GSFC share this vision, and I hope we see fruitful collaboration in the years to come for better solutions to the problems we have, because this is the whole purpose of these endeavors. Congratulations, and I wish you well for this exciting journey.
We thank Gabriela Ramos for her message. And now, please let me introduce to another of our co-founders of the Global South Futures community, Priscilla Grison from Brazil. Priscilla, hola.
Hola, Mauricio. Hello, everyone. I'm very pleased to be here with you today. I'm talking to you from São Paulo in Brazil. And I'm here very happy to announce some of our guests today who will share a few words with us. Their support and encouragement are vital to this community we are launching today. So the first guest I would like to announce is from my own country, from Brazil. So Fábio Scarano, that is the UNESCO Chair on Planetary Wellbeing and Regenerative Anticipation. He's also the curator of the Museum of Tomorrow in Rio, in Brazil. So welcome, Fábio.
Hello, Priscilla. Hello, my friends. A real pleasure to be here. I'm very thankful for this invitation. I think that the mission of this community is very inspiring indeed. In the words of Sherman, it's really nice to see UNESCO support as well and involvement. I think for the Global South, especially in face of some of the challenges we've been going here in Brazil now, in southern Brazil, where the whole state's been flooded for over 3 weeks now, and people losing their houses, losing their lives. There's a lot to be changed. We have to be able to anticipate better futures that are regenerative, futures that are inspired and informed by our ancestrality as much as it is informed by science. And I think that in that sense, the Global South has a mission that applies to the entire planet. But we need to have our voice out, and I think that's a lot easier to be done in a collective such as this. So for this reason, it's a huge pleasure, and I wish to this community a very big success in the long-lasting initiative. Thank you so much.
Obrigada, Fábio. Obrigada. Thank you for your words. So now I would like to announce and invite Alero Aida Otobo. She's the founder of Incubator Africa.
Thank you very much. A very good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on which neck of the woods you are in. It is such a pleasure to be here. And I want to say that I don't take the invitation to speak at the inaugural event of the Global South Futures community. I don't take it lightly. And you inviting me all the way from Africa, from Nigeria, I am certain that it speaks to two of your key objectives: amplifying diverse voices and narratives, as well as fostering South-South collaboration. I'm a woman from Africa, and I'm here in your midst, and I want to congratulate you on this incredible movement that we are inaugurating this afternoon. Before I continue, I'd like to thank you in 3 languages. In Nigeria, we have 250 languages. And I'm going to greet you and say thank you in Hausa, Nagode, in Igbo, Dalu, and in Yoruba, Modupe. This is to confirm that you are on track to decolonize the South-South. Your mission to foster such a collaborative net is something that we should applaud and celebrate. And why do I say this? I have found from my experience over the last 20 to 30 years that if you want to cause change to happen, you have to build change communities. And these change communities have to span diverse sectors. I believe that nations are birthed, shaped by disruptive change communities like the Global South Future Community, the network that we're inaugurating today. The future is designed by people like you, visionary foresighters. These are individuals who have the ability to see the future, and they take that future and they pull it into now. So it's my pleasure not just to congratulate you, but to share that of so much volatility, complexity, uncertainty, and ambiguity. We need people who know how to design the future, who know how to build the future. And I speak as one that has been involved in change communities for over 2 decades. I've been part of the Unconventional School of Politics, Policy, and Governance, a school that is going across the continent of Africa, raising disruptive leaders that will think differently, disruptive leaders that will build the future that Africa is waiting for. So by being here, understanding the tools that are required, understanding the strategies, understanding the systems that need to be built, understanding the processes is critical, because now is the time to build not just the continent of Africa, which is the future of the world, but to also build the continents of Asia and other nations. In being involved in this reform initiative, we had to examine the data that showed that Africa lacked competent leaders that were driven by values and had the capacity to design the solutions that the continent needs. And so the Unconventional School of Politics, Policy, and Governance has a 10-year vision to raise 10,000 leaders that will flood the continent and take responsibility for nation building. So on that spectrum, working with politicians, raising a new political class, I've also learned to look at the future from early childhood. So I'm part of a change community that is building new, what we call play, learn labs for early childhood that is decolonized and is culturally relevant. All the resources that we use are resources built on the continent. It is not relevant to any other culture except the African culture. But with an understanding that it's important that our children understand the environment, the history, the challenges. We're raising children from 3 years to 8 years to embrace their identity, to embrace their mission. And our Play Learn Labs are just simply amazing, and we're rolling them out across the continent. So these disruptive initiatives, as I'm speaking about them, I thought to myself, thank you for inviting me. And I said it in 3 languages. Why? Because the future belongs to the futurists. The future belongs to the disruptive thinkers. The future belongs to those who are willing to do what has not been done before. And as I close, as I congratulate you, I want to leave you with a clear message for those of you that are part of this community. That for our voice to be heard, we need to speak loudly as sound forgers. we need to have what I call the 3 S's. Not just strategy, but stamina, because this journey is going to take stamina, and then it's going to take sacrifice. So I hope all of you listening in this room, if we are going to raise the voice of the South-South, we better be ready to work with character, competence, capacity, to be sound forgers, to be strategists, to pay the price sacrificially, and to be determined to lock hands together. And as I say this, I remember one of the stories that I love telling, and I'm going to leave you with this story. It's the story of the butterfly. I don't know how many of you know what makes butterflies such an incredible creature. The transformation from the caterpillar to the butterfly is due to what you call imaginal cells. Those imaginal cells is what makes that transformation happen. And today, I want to say that each and every one of us, we have to become imaginal leaders if we are going to make the voice of the South-South heard, South-South honored, South-South make a difference. This is the time for the imaginal leaders that are competent, that have character, and have capacity to rise up and take absolute control. So it's a pleasure to be here. I congratulate you for stepping out, stepping forward. And I just want to say thank you for inviting me to represent my continent of Africa and to lock hands with you to build the future of tomorrow. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak. I wish you the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your words. So now I invite Victor Canezo Jr. He's the president of Biliran State University in the Philippines. Hello, Victor.
I am privileged to be here with all of you tonight virtually from Biliran, Philippines, since it's 10 p.m. here for the launch of the Global South Futures Community, or the GSFC. As the president of Biliran Province State University and chairperson of the Futures Thinking Consortium of Higher Education Institutions in Eastern Visayas, the Flexible Learning Management System Consortium, and the Philippine Association of State Universities in Region 8, this moment feels especially significant. First off, congratulations to Professor Sherman Cruz and the entire team behind the GSFC. Your dedication to democratizing foresight and amplifying the voices, narratives, and methodologies of the Global South is truly inspiring. The vision of GSFC to create a world where the rich diversities of nature, language, and culture are seen as strengths that enable multiple futures to flourish resonates deeply with the work we're doing here in Eastern Visayas. GFC's mission to bridge gaps, facilitate dialogues, and co-create spaces where diverse languages and indigenous knowledge are central to the foresight process is not just admirable, it's actually essential. In our roles as educators and practitioners, especially in the Global South, we have a unique opportunity to ensure our perspectives and wisdom are not just heard, but integrated into the global conversation about collective futures, especially for small universities such as ours. To everyone involved, your commitment to challenging and reframing global narratives, promoting inclusivity, and fostering South-South collaboration is paving the way for a richer, more inclusive global discourse. So here's to the GSFC a symbol of collaboration and inclusivity. Together, let's continue to build responsible and ethical futures where every voice is heard, every narrative is valued, and every method is respected. Thank you, Professor Cruz, for leading this transformative initiative. Congratulations once again to the entire team. Let's make the futures of the Global South bright, diverse, and equitable. Cheers.
Thank you so much for your words. So now, from Peru, I would like to invite Cesar Santivanes. He's the co-founder of Latin American Futures Network. Buenos dias, Cesar.
Buenos dias. Hi, everyone. Thank you for the invitation. It's an honor to represent the Red Latinoamericana de Futuro at this Global South Futures community. I would like to start by saying that the Red Latinoamericana de Futuro is a collaborative and continuous learning platform that brings together public and private institutions from across our region. By harnessing our collective knowledge and expertise, we aim to address the challenges we face as a united front. It's widely known that Latin America is a region marked by significant social and political disparities. Yet these very gaps provide us with a unique chance to build bridges. Instead of addressing issues on a country-by-country basis, we can tackle them as a unified region, leveraging our shared strengths and experiences. We are also united by our shared history and the common challenges we face, particularly regarding our natural resources and political landscapes. These commonalities remind us that our futures are intertwined, and by working together, we can address these issues more effectively. Our unified approach allows us to create sustainable and impactful solutions for the entire region. And so together as members of the Red Latinoamericana de Futuro, we are committed to creating a brighter future for the inhabitants of each of our countries and ultimately for the entire region of Latin America. So thank you again for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. Gracias. So now I would like to invite Alana Poole, Deputy Head of Global Hub of the UN Futures Lab Network. Welcome, Alana.
Thank you so much. And it's really, really fantastic to be here. And I want to also offer my huge congratulations to this group and for this initiative. It rings so strongly with what we are trying to do. And we really want to offer our support in any way that we can. So as you mentioned at the UN Futures Lab, we are a very new outfit, actually, at the UN. Just a couple of words on us. We were established in 2023, so last year. And this really came out of the UN Secretary General's acknowledgement that the shocks of COVID and the essential unpreparedness of the world took us, I guess, by surprise in some ways not by surprise. But essentially, it's how can we really harness and understand that there is so much uncertainty in the world, and how can we just be a little bit more anticipatory in how we respond to this and prepare for this. And so it was out of this and his recommendation in his Our Common Agenda report that the UN Futures Lab was established. So it's really to help to help the UN system deal with uncertainty, but then also ultimately help member states. And so our approach is very much in terms of how can we bring in futures and foresight thinking into decision making, planning and action, both within the UN, but then also outside of the UN. However, to do this, it's very important that we are humble and that we work with many, many stakeholders. And I think many stakeholders are already on this call that we've had conversations with, and it's just really, really inspiring and wonderful. And we need to learn from all these different inclusive narratives, languages, cultures, different futures, everything that colleagues have already mentioned on the call here. And I think the objectives of this group, this community, are really absolutely fantastic. And we would like to offer our support in any way that we can. As the UN, we have this privilege of having sort of presence in so many countries in the world. And it's really something that we can offer and tap into into this network moving forward. So just really wanted to offer this, and again, a huge congratulations from our side, and really, really excited to be part of this community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So moving to our next guest, Dr. Youssef Al-Assaf is the president of Rochester Institute of Technology in Dubai. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me to be part of this group and to this gathering. We are from Dubai, and in Dubai we have 205 nationalities. And during the pandemic, it was clear that there are divides, and divides are actually generated by us. And we cannot really continue living in a world where we have divides, and divides are created because of technology, lack of education, and what have you. And every voice has to be heard as we move into the future. The best way to design the future, to foresee the future, is to design it yourself. So we need to design it together in order not to create more divides as we move to the future. And to that effect, at our university, we decided that we are going to create a unique program, which we call it a master degree in future foresight, where we bring people from the private sector or from the government, from other parts of the country, from other countries together and say, look, you have to come together in a studio format where you foresee the future and you create scenarios. And part of solving the scenarios is getting everybody involved in creating solutions for these scenarios. And as we go into this ESG goals, like environment, society, and G goals, we think governance is good to have, but it is not really enough. There has to be leadership, and leadership is really which takes the future and try to create the future. And that requires wisdom. And we feel that the wisdom requires that everybody should come together from all countries in order to determine the future as we move forward. During the pandemic, we had lack of data. We need the data from everyone in order to really create a problem. If there is a problem somewhere in a city, it will affect all of us. And having one common place where everybody can really build the platform to give the data will help us in looking into the scenarios of the future and determining the future. In Dubai, we created something we call it the Museum of the Future. And the reason for that is just only to tell people that the future is very close to us and we have to be ready for it from now, and we can do it together. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your words. So now I would like to invite Fu Tzi Wong, Director of the Art and Technology Innovation Base at the Tsinghua University in China. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. This is Jun Fu. I'm founder of Global Design Future Network. I'm honored to speak at this inaugural event of Global South Future Community. This vibrant platform is a significant step towards a more inclusive and innovative future, amplifying diverse narrative and methodology from the Global South. GTFN was co-founded in 2021 by Tsinghua University in China, Polytech di Milano in Italy, and Carnegie Mellon University in United States. Our mission is to provide the future thinking method and the design tools to address global challenges. Design shape our world and influence how we live. It brings disciplinary and bring diverse perspective together, essential for tackling complex global issue. Through design, we can create a sustainable solution, drive innovation, and foster inclusive development. This approach is particularly powerful in addressing current technology challenges, including the integration of the AI. I'm excited about the potential of the GSFC and the area where GDFN can support. So first is the joint research project addressing crucial issues like climate change, social justice, and technology innovation. The second is knowledge sharing, exchange research funding, and the best practice through seminar, workshop, and forums. The third is educational programs, enhancing future literacy and design thinking in the Global South, empower local communities. Policy advocacy, integrating future study and design into the policy making for sustainable development. The last one is like a culture and the methodological diversity, promoting diverse tradition and integrating knowledge in research. I think the establishment of the Global South Future Community is a milestone towards just, equitable, and decolonize the future. I'm confident that our combined efforts will lead to the impactful changes, paving the way for bright and more inclusive futures. So thank you for this opportunity. I'm looking forward to our collaboration and the positive outcome it will bring. Wish Global South Future Community great success. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. So thank you for all our speakers for their words. Your support is vital to this community that we are launching today. And we also want to hear from everyone that is here. So this community will only thrive if all the voices are heard, if everyone participates. So I'm sending back to you, Lynn.
Okay, thank you. Now I would like to introduce more about our remarkable co-founders behind this transformative initiative. They are actually from different regions, different countries, but they all bring a very unique perspective and expertise to this community. So I would love you to meet them briefly and I will invite all the co-founders to open their mic to say hi with their names and countries, and a more detailed introduction will be shared in our newsletter. So please join me to welcoming them. I've already shared the list in the chat box. Yeah, maybe let's welcome Anna first.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ana Paula and I'm from Brazil.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all. I'm Andrea Ruda. I'm a strategic designer from Brazil, present moment based here in Toronto. Nice to meet you all. Muito prazer.
Andrea Busquets, soy de Argentina.
Hello all, I'm Pablo Reyes from Chile. Hola a todas y todos, soy de Chile, Latinoamérica.
Hi everyone, I'm Bhavna. I'm from India.
Hello everyone, I'm Freddy from Colombia.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Katindi Sivi. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya.
Hi everyone, I'm Lidia Garrido from Uruguay. Hola, saludos a todos desde Uruguay, Sudamérica.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hello everyone. This is Mudaffar. I'm a Jordanian based in Dubai. I'm happy to be with you and welcoming everyone with us today.
Olá a todos. Hello everyone. I'm Nathalie, designer from Brazil, based on São Paulo.
Hello again, Priscilla from São Paulo in Brazil.
Hi everyone, this is Prayush Chaudhary. I'm from Pakistan, currently in Islamabad.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
I'm Previ Jokanain from southern Philippines.
Hello everyone, I'm from Colombia.
Hola, yo soy Mauricio Hernández, soy de México. Abrazos, bienvenidas, bienvenidos.
Mayong gabi sa tanan. My name is Tamara Mosquera. I am from the Philippines and I'm currently based in Toronto, Canada.
Hello everyone, I'm Zainal from Malaysia.
Hola, Jorge Castrillón desde Bolivia.
Okay, I guess sorry, one more.
Hi, I'm Aaliyah Blackwell from Puerto Rico.
Sorry about that. So do we have?
Hello, Timothy James Dimacali from the Philippines.
Yeah, I think most of our co-founders have introduced themselves. So please follow up our newsletters for more detailed information. Now I will hand over to Pablo and Priscilla for the next session.
Hi all. Hola a todas y a todos. We will want to invite you to talk a little, to hear you about your concerns, your insights, and your motivation to be here in this moment. So we will make a little activity where we will go to break rooms, in each room we will work in one question. The dynamic is first introduce yourselves, name, country, organization, what's your superpower, and then go through the question that each group will have. There will be about 12 groups. They will have a Miro, so we will share the link in Miro, and there will be 4 groups working in question 1, 4 groups working in question 2, and 4 groups working in question 3. So the group from 1 to 4 will work on why a Global South Futures community, what kind of support would you like to give and receive from the community. The group from 5 to 8 will go to what are the challenges of working in the Global South with futures, and the group from 9 to 12 will be working on what are the areas of opportunity and themes of interest for a Global South future community. So we will have at about 15 to 20 minutes in that. There will be a co-founder of the Global South future community in each group, and he will or she will be facilitating the conversation. And please put your insight in the post-it in the group that you are assigned. And then we will come back and we will share we will share, if someone wants to share, the insights that you collect from that questions. So we will send the link for the groups, and Priscilla shared the Miro link. So I see a lot of you inside of the Miro link. You have to see what group are you working, and then you go to the panel that is assigned to you.
So I think the team is creating the groups right now. So just will be assigned in a minute. And any questions, you can come back here and maybe we can help you with the questions, but it should be fine with the co-founder that will be leading the session.
The breakout rooms are open in this moment, so please join the groups that have been assigned to you.
So maybe we're experiencing some tech.
Yeah. So, here I see we have a facilitator, so I'll stop talking. Just connecting, but maybe somebody else would like to say something about opportunities for sharing.
There's an account with Global South, and I don't know if it is the facilitator or not.
Hi, everyone. My name is Imani. Allow me to be off camera. I do not look as fantastic as I normally should. Just picking up on the conversation from earlier, and what Jean has just talked about, the community part of things. So I think the opportunity on there is being able to create a very collaborative community of practice that is centered around futures work on the continent and in the greater global south. So I think that's a very exciting opportunity there.
Good. Thank you, Imani. I think I'm wondering, it says we should use a Miro. I've never used a Miro in a breakout room. Does anybody know? I know how to use it, but not in a breakout. Does anybody know how to do that? So we can, or we should put maybe our ideas in the chat. Maybe we can come up with 3 opportunities. Okay, somebody's helping us here. So, challenges. I can't find our group. The question, I'm not getting them.
I think it's group 12. So I think if we just we contribute and then maybe one person can.
Okay. Can somebody
write
them? Okay.
Yeah.
So all right. If somebody can write, I said that I found strength in the fact that globally we are a committed strength in our commitments together. I think we could just say strength, finding strength in our commitments together. If somebody can write that. And then
yeah, I'll write that.
Okay, if you can write that. And then Imani said, Imani, would you give us like 3, 4, 5 words that we can put? Collaborative community practice.
Yeah,
okay.
Collaborative community
I think
practice.
Yeah.
Okay, I insist on the psychological approach because as a psychologist, I think it's really, really important that we gain strength in yeah, if you can just.
Did you understand that as well?
That's beautiful. Thank you. Who else? Who else can say? So psychological, let's go into, you know, economic, social, political, technological. What are these opportunities? Yeah.
I think for me, well, hi everyone, I'm Nala. I think for me it would be, I think the opportunities are a space or a platform to integrate the nuance, like the global South experiences and the unique cultural lived experiences in the the global futures conversation, because I think that and if the future or our anticipatory plans are going to be global or have or take into consideration the rich full experience, then there has to be the nuanced experiences of the different parts of the world, which include the global South. So I think there's an opportunity for that collective nuanced experience to be integrated into the broader framework.
Beautiful. I wrote down, just for the person who's doing the Miro, I wrote down while Nella was speaking, unique platform for anticipatory plans. Does that summarize what you just said?
Yeah, for the nuanced
Okay,
global
we need it very briefly so we can get it on those little post-it notes. So just a few words. I put unique platform for global South experience, unique platform for global South experience.
Yeah, I've written it. I said unique platform to integrate the nuanced global South experience.
Okay, who else? We'll get it up there.
Anyone else?
Yeah, what other opportunities do we see?
I think this is Yubai, and sorry, I misunderstood and I started writing down post-its and then I realized there's a delay anyway, so I'm not sure what I'm seeing, but I think you've all said it all already, but for me, I think because we all live and have such different realities that that shapes our like different aspirations and fears and so on. And so these kind of different perspectives can be really helpful in getting that different voice being heard, and adding things that are not currently being discussed in say rooms or spaces where perhaps culture or class or whatever that is tends to be a little bit more homogenous. But I think you've all said that before, but I just wanted to sort of reiterate it just because I think that's what comes to my mind.
Good. Daniel has his hand up. Daniel, take the mic.
Yeah, hi all. Thank you very much. Good to be here. And hi, Manny. I recall meeting you at DFF last year. Well, just straight to the point. Just like you, I think everyone has said what most of what I would want to say, but I'll just emphasize collaboration, the need for collaboration, integration of lived experiences of the Global South community into the agenda that this community would want to push forward within the futures field, particularly, I know I am saying a lot, but it can be broken down into a few words, particularly, how can lived experiences of this community or the members of this community, be channeled into fostering innovative, policies, innovative development that can engender, global futures, and the likes. And I think I'll just like to add that, but I think everyone has spoken well and great ideas so far. And I think lastly, I think it would be great if the committee can also be a platform for, not just bringing together the Global South, but also bringing together the diverse fields that people in the Global South may be working in. Probably not just Foresight itself, but issues that have to do with Foresight. For example, we can talk about AI. We can talk about all the digital innovations. They may not have to do with Foresight itself, but it know, using the principles of foresight in those fields could contribute to enhancing the future of humanity. Yeah, thank you.
Right, Danielle. Listening to Danielle, it occurred to me that maybe we should have posted up there on the Summit of the Future. And it occurs to me that getting our voices heard globally. I used to feel very strongly that our voices in the South were not heard and that we still don't have the best channels, but this is an important opportunity that we have now to get our voices heard and to aim for the big forum like the Summit of the Future. We must register and get accredited as civil society and get our voices heard. Who else? We have a little over 5 minutes still to talk about these. So I'm not sure we've said everything. I think this group has a lot more to say.
Imani here again. Just one thing Danielle has mentioned, just piggybacking off of it. I think there's a great opportunity when it comes to the integration of indigenous knowledge and voices on a global platform. So I think this could be just like a beautiful summary of that.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's great. That's great. Okay. Indigenous knowledge. Ancestral wisdom too. I mean, indigenous knowledge I think of more as today, but we're trying to project into the future with some ancestral wisdom here in Central America, which we think might be falling out of sight. So saving certain things from the past and taking them into the future. Who else? Don't forget to say something about the Summit of the Future, getting our voices heard. Okay, there you go. Diverse views of the Global South. We're looking good, guys. What are we missing? Innovation. Did I see the word innovation? Because I know Daniel talked about innovation and foresight. And I think innovation is important that we get that word in there. After all, we're known as the creative people in the world, right? Those of us who are out there innovating. Let's take a minute. We have like 3.5 minutes left. Let's take a minute and do a reflection. How do we feel talking to one another across the continents? What's your feeling about this interaction? Does it give you hope? Does it make you frustrated, sad? What are the feelings that we have as people who are leaning towards the future? I feel strengthened by this kind of a dialogue.
If you ask me, I'll say that I think there's this mixture of fear and hope, right? You know, not everyone believes in the possibility of the global system to act in the interest of everyone. At the same time, many people are optimistic that young people and champions of future generations will be able to influence, you know, policy one way or the other that kind of instead change down to the grassroots. But if you ask me personally, I think I'm just banking on the little work I can do to make as much or as little impact as it can, and probably that could create a ripple effect that may not yield this abundant fruits today, but could be a catalyst for great impact in the future, even maybe after my lifetime. Yeah.
Beautiful, Daniel. Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Fear and hope. Yes. Bittersweet. I sometimes say when I'm talking to a group, it's a bittersweet experience, but it's really up to the humans, isn't it, to do our thing differently. Who else can share how this all makes us feel? Or anything else you'd like to say? We only have a minute and a half as we close. Anything else we'd like to put up there? Can the person who's writing put fear and hope? Yeah, I think that's important to learn to navigate with fear and to find the light at the end of the tunnel, even though we know that the tunnel sometimes has a curve in it. We can navigate and find that light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah.
I was just gonna add that I feel quite excited about this opportunity, and I'm not normally very excited at my work. So it's very positive. And I think there's something about maybe there's something about adding our own like vernacular languages. I think a lot of these conversations happen in English, and there's a lot of buzzwords that are being used in these discussions around like future thinking, innovation, and all that. And maybe there's a lot more that could come from, our own vernacular or native languages, but I'm not sure. Oh.
Beautiful. Nice closing. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Hi all. Welcome back. There's still.
Hi everyone again.
Hi everyone.
We were
Okay.
forced to come back, Pablo.
It was
Sorry.
such a abrupt
Yeah.
end.
It always happens in this
Yeah.
kind
Fine.
of
Yeah, you got
activities.
to do that. You got to do what you got to do.
Okay. We have some minutes to share if someone wants. Maybe 1 or 2 words for each question. If someone wants, let's raise your hand and we will give. Someone wants to share? Okay, Jan.
Well, I'm going to start because we were the opportunity people. And we talked about many opportunities, but I think that we started talking about the fact that it gives us strength to be together. And we ended, after a long discussion, talking about innovation and a platform for dialogue and getting our voices heard, including indigenous knowledge, ancestral wisdom. But we also ended talking about the fact that this kind of a forum gives us fear and hope at the same time, that it's a bittersweet experience. And that's what being human is about. And so our group, I think we had a very interesting and fruitful conversation.
Thanks, Jen. Tamara, go ahead.
Thank you. So we had a very fruitful conversation as well in our breakout room. There are a couple of things. There were so many insights that were really good. One thing that I would like to highlight with everything that everyone had said was the need to have proper terminology when it comes to foresight and futures thinking tools in a local context. So there might be different ways. There are definitely different ways in how foresight is being spoken about and discussed, and how people are envisioning their ideal futures. And they're all going to be in their own local context and their own local languages, and there are nuances there that would definitely be very interesting and would be able to capture that ideal future a lot more. And that is definitely something we would love to be able to share with everyone, even though they don't speak the same language.
Thanks to Tamara. Freddy.
Thank you so much. We discussed about the areas of interest and opportunities, and the people that participate in this room was really interesting, the things that they mentioned. The first one is the regional difference in around the foresight and the future analysis. we have to discuss about this socio-political and economic context and the regional challenges and opportunities that we have. Another important thing is that we have to discuss the North-South global perspectives around, in example, around methods, because we are developing our own perspective and future analysis methodologies and the things that we have to cover to see all of them. And we have to cover also the global challenges, but in our regional perspective. That's something that we have to see. And finally, something that is really important is that we have to find some specific public and private collaboration around this in our regions. That's something that is really important. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Freddy. If there are someone else who want to share what they was talking. Okay, Malafar.
I would like to thank the colleagues in Group 7. We discussed the challenges of practicing foresight in the Global South, and many of the discussion themes were aligned with the vision of the Global South Futures Community, actually, to decolonize the future, to make the future available in our local context, language, and cultural perspective, and actually to overcome some of the mindset that are acting as obstacles when we are trying to practice foresight in the Global South. Other operational, let's say, challenges like lack of funding and practical methodologies that could be used also were discussed. So I'm happy to be part of the group and have that insightful discussion.
Thank you, Malafar. Okay, we will collect these insights. This is a great input for the network, and we will use it to go back to you in some time, in the closest time as we can. So this will be a great input to co-create, to hear what you're looking for, your concerns, your insights, and we'll share it with you in a few moments. I will give this to Dr. Katindi.
Thank you very much, Pablo and Priscilla, for giving me this opportunity. Habari, that means in Kiswahili, how are you doing? And just to mention that I have the pleasure of closing this wonderful launch for us. And I would like to start by saying that before we began, we were just a bunch of individual foresight practitioners working in silos on the future. When we came together, we agreed that there was need to harness the power of our collective intelligence and foresight to drive transformative change, particularly in the unique context of the Global South. The co-founding team members are just conversation starters, as you have seen, and our hope is that all of you will make this forum, your forum to stay and actively participate to build transformational Global South futures together. So moving forward, we envision this to be a membership community, and we will therefore be sharing the pre-registration membership criteria and links very soon, because we all have your contacts based on the fact that you were able to register for this meeting. So our social media links are on the chat, and please join all of those ones so that, or the ones that are most preferable to you, so that we can communicate and you can see everything that is going on in the platform, including the updates on the membership criteria. The second thing we are committing to do is to communicate vibrantly and as often as possible. And we'll be sending everyone a newsletter detailing what has transpired and providing further information about our post-launch activities, the events, the workshops, and we also are planning for our launch of the website and the YouTube account. So we also look to strengthen our region-specific activities and regions, and we want to curate specific activities for different regions. So we want to take a lead, or the regional leads will strengthen membership, but also organize regional specific activities that can foster dialogue and innovative solutions, as well as harness peer learning in regional workshops. Of course, that doesn't mean that we are going to operate in silos, but the idea is to have very contextually specific conversations, but also come together as a Global South region to share those learnings and to keep, building a very strong community that can also face the world together and make our contribution to the Foresight work. So ours is to ask you to please follow us on those social media pages for more information and updates. We also put on the chat an email, and in that email, we are asking that please reach out to us as well, so that we are able to send you to answer any questions that you may have, and so that we may be able to respond that to you as quickly as possible. In Africa, we say, if you want to go fast, you go alone. And if you want to go far, you go together. And the aim of this meeting is that we want the Global South to go as far as possible in building very resilient and very innovative futures for the Global South. And that's why we are asking you to join us on this journey. I'd like to return the meeting back to Mauricio and Lin to just close it for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Katindi Sibi. She's from Kenya, and she's also a co-founder of the Global South Futures Community. So thank you very much to everybody. This has been a wonderful event. It's just the beginning. So we will see you, of course, in the next days, in the next weeks. We will have a lot of activities. As our colleague said, you can find our social media links and all kinds of information in the chat. So please just stay connected. It was wonderful to meet you this day, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever you are and wherever you are. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Lynn, also here, my friend.
Thank you. So yes, thank you for being with us. I think together, we hope the dialogue continues and we can create a better future together. So cheers.
And before we go, please, yes, I know we always have to do this, but we want to take a group picture. So please, a group shot. So if you please open your cameras, if you can, so we can proceed to do that, that would be wonderful. So just let me see. Okay, so that's wonderful. This is going to be a wonderful picture. So just 1, 2, 3, cheers. Okay, that's wonderful. So please just let me take a new one here. And 1, 2, 3, cheers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. It was wonderful to see you here. We will meet you very soon. Adios. Hasta luego. Goodbye. Thank you very much. Wonderful to see you guys.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Thanks, everyone.
Mabuhay at salamat.
Bye.
Bye. See you.
Bye-bye.
Odapo. Thank you. Have a good day.
再见，再见。
Hasta luego.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Salamat teman.
Bye-bye.
Nagode.
Nem mesmo IBGE para o IBGE é gêmeo. E Calundu só zanga a baiana, o baiano, que são lembrados na folia em fevereiro. Aruanda, Aganju, Azunodo, Ajaiô. Palavra véia, longe da onomatopeia, de tapar o sol com a peneira, escantear o índice na prateleira. Não fecha a conta, cota é pouco, o corte é fundo. E quem estanca sabe o choque do terceiro mundo. De vez em quando abre a boca sem ser oriundo, para tomar pra si o estandarte da beleza, luta e o dom. Com papo tão infundo. se não me conhece? Por quê? Tu me chama se não me conhece? Por quê? Tu me chama se não me conhece? Por quê? Tu me chama se não me conhece?
Brazil is calling us.
Nem mesmo
Totalmente.
It is.
E Cabundo só zanga a baiana, o baiano, e são lembrados na folia em fevereiro.
Let's take a pic of all of us. Here.
Yeah, yes. Let's do that. Yeah. We can stop the recording now. We can stop the recording.